Have you ever been stopped by someone who just couldn't believe your age? Maybe they thought you were years, if not a decade, younger than your actual age. At first, it might feel like a compliment, nothing more. But what if I told you that appearing younger than your age isn't just about good genes or an effective skincare routine? It's a sign, an indicator of something far deeper. Something hidden in your psychology, your mindset, and even your life decisions. People who appear more youthful often share distinct psychological patterns, and today, I'm going to unveil what they are. If anyone has ever told you that you don't look your age, listen closely. This might explain why. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe because I'll be sharing more eye-opening content like this and you won't want to miss a thing. 1. You possess an unbreakable spirit. Have you ever noticed how some people weather life's most brutal storms and still seem untouched by time? They endure heartbreak, betrayal, financial strain, and devastating loss. Yet when you see them, you'd never guess the wars they've survived. Their secret? An unbreakable spirit. Your mind governs your body far more than you think. The weight of stress, anxiety, and emotional pain doesn't just linger in your thoughts. It carves itself into your face, your posture, and the way you move. Those who appear to defy aging aren't just lucky. They've learned to master their emotions instead of letting emotions rule them. They understand a hard truth Napoleon Hill once echoed. Stress is a silent killer. It robs you not only of peace, but of youth. Look at those who age prematurely. More often than not, they are people consumed by stress, people who dwell on failures, cling to resentment, and live in perpetual anxiety. This mindset locks the body in survival mode, elevating cortisol, the stress hormone, responsible for wrinkles, tired skin, and chronic fatigue. It doesn't just make you look older, it makes you feel older. But then, there are those who refuse to let stress define them. No matter what life throws their way, they rise again. They take the blows, but they don't wear the bruises. This deep resilience, the form of mental toughness, keeps them from drowning in darkness, and it shows. Their skin glows. Their eyes stay bright. Their presence radiates vitality. If you've been told you look younger than your age, ask yourself, are you someone who keeps going despite adversity? Do you laugh at challenges instead of surrendering to them? If so, you may have uncovered the ultimate secret to agelessness, not just in appearance, but in spirit. And if not, the best time to begin is now. Let go of what you cannot control. Find power in your pain. Refuse to be broken. Because while life will do its best to wear you down, only you decide whether it leaves a mark on your soul or your face. 2, you embrace change instead of fearing it. Have you ever met someone who, despite their age, radiates unstoppable energy, the kind that makes you question whether time even touches them? They move through life with excitement, curiosity, and an almost childlike openness. These people have unlocked a powerful key to staying young, embracing change instead of resisting it. Stubbornness is one of the fastest paths to premature aging, mentally, emotionally, and physically. When people resist change, they imprison themselves in cycles of stress, frustration, and stagnation. Their thoughts become rigid, their habits grow stale, and their bodies begin to bear the burden of resistance. You can see it in their slouched shoulders, tired eyes, and the energy of someone merely surviving, not living. Now think of those who seem ageless, even in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. They are not clinging to the past. They don't say, I'm too old for this. They say, why not? They are lifelong learners, willing to grow, stretch, and try things outside their comfort zones. This flexibility isn't just food for the soul, it's an anti-aging weapon. Science backs this up. People who continually learn, engage, and challenge themselves, maintain sharper minds and healthier bodies. Their mental vitality reflects in their physical appearance. There's a certain brightness to someone who embraces life fully. Their faces don't wear the weight of regret. Their posture doesn't stiffen with resistance. Instead, they shine with youthful energy. So the next time you wonder why some people look older than they are, while others defy time, look at their relationship with change. Those who resist it age faster, inside and out. Those who welcome it stay young, not just in looks, but in spirit. The truth is, aging isn't just the passing of years. It's how you handle the changes that come with them. If you resist evolution, you'll feel old long before your time. But if you stay curious and refuse to stiffen with age, you'll carry an energy that makes others ask, "What's your secret?" 3. Your mind is always curious. Have you ever met someone whose energy is so vibrant, so alive, that time seems unable to touch them? They might be 40, 50, even 60, but they radiate the spark of someone half their age. What's their secret? It's not just genetics or fancy skincare. It's their curiosity. Most people believe youth is about appearance, but that's only part of the truth. Real youth begins in the mind. The moment you stop being curious, stop asking questions, stop learning, you begin to age in ways no anti-wrinkle cream can reverse. A dull mind creates a dull life. People who surrender to routine, who stop exploring and growing, slowly lose the spark that once made them shine. You can see it in their slouched posture, in their weary eyes, in the lifeless tone of their voice. They're not living, they're simply existing. Now contrast that with someone who remains endlessly curious. Their eyes light up when they talk. They lean into new experiences. They're not afraid to challenge old beliefs or explore unfamiliar paths. This kind of mindset keeps the brain active, the spirit engaged, and the body vibrant. Curiosity is not just a mental habit, it's a life force. As Napoleon Hill emphasized, the mind is everything, what you think you become. And those who feed their minds with wonder, learning, and exploration become timeless. So, if someone tells you you look young for your age, consider this. Are you still curious? Do you still explore, question, and seek? Because if you do, you've tapped into a kind of youth that no external force can fake and no number can define. Curious. These are the people who never stop learning, who constantly seek to understand more about the world, about others, and about themselves. They dive into new hobbies, ask thought-provoking questions, challenge their beliefs, and embrace life as an exploration rather than a burden. Their minds remain agile, and as a result, their bodies tend to follow suit. Science supports this. Mental stimulation keeps the brain engaged, reducing cognitive decline and even slowing the aging process. But curiosity does more than keep your mind sharp. It transforms your entire energy. Have you ever noticed that those with youthful curiosity seem to shine? Their eyes sparkle, their faces light up with expression, and they exude an aura of enthusiasm. They don't view life as something slipping through their fingers, but as something still unfolding. And that mindset alone often reflects in their physical presence. So, if people often say you look younger than your age, take a moment to reflect. Are you someone who stays curious? Do you take joy in discovering new things? Do you push yourself to grow rather than merely going through the motions? If the answer is yes, then you've tapped into one of the most profound secrets to lasting youth, because the truth is, youth isn't only about how many birthdays you've had. It's about the fire that still burns in your mind. Keep that flame alive and time will never truly catch you. You express your emotions freely. Have you ever observed how some people seem to carry the weight of the world in their expressions? Their eyes look weary, their faces tense, and their presence feels burdened, as if life itself has pressed down upon them. Now compare that to those who appear younger than they are. Their expressions are light, their eyes vivid, and there's a gentle ease in how they carry themselves. What sets them apart? Emotional expression. Emotions aren't meant to be buried. When you bottle up feelings, whether sadness, anger, frustration, or even joy, you generate internal tension that your body absorbs. This stress accumulates like poison, tightening muscles, increasing cortisol, and carving deep lines on your face. Years of unspoken emotion don't just weigh on your heart, they reshape your physical form. Think of someone who always hides how they feel, who keeps a neutral face, rarely laughs, never cries, never says what's on their heart. That suppression ages them. Cortisol rises, breaking down skin elasticity, draining energy and weakening immunity. These people don't appear older due to genetics. They age because of the emotional burdens they carry in silence. Now think of those who age gracefully. What do they have in common? They allow themselves to feel. When joy arises, they laugh openly. When sorrow comes, they don't hide behind forced smiles. They cry, they speak, they release. They are emotionally transparent, and this vulnerability keeps them young. Their faces are free from the tension of swallowed words and repressed pain. It's no coincidence that cultures encouraging emotional openness tend to foster individuals who appear more vibrant and youthful. Emotional release is nature's own anti-aging remedy, one no luxury cream can match. Research shows that emotionally expressive individuals enjoy lower stress and better physical and mental health. So if you've ever been told you look young for your age, it may not be due to genetics or skincare. It could be because you don't let your feelings fester. You laugh, cry, and speak freely. And in doing so, you liberate not just your mind, but your body. Because the face reflects the soul, and those who let their emotions flow stay young in both spirit and appearance. You surround yourself with positive energy. Have you ever stepped into a room and instantly felt drained, as though the very air was weighed down? Or spoken to someone who, after only a few minutes, left you emotionally depleted? That's because energy is contagious, whether uplifting or toxic. And if you constantly expose yourself to negativity, it doesn't just affect your thoughts, it gradually erodes your physical well-being. The reality is, the people around you directly impact how youthful you feel and appear. If you're regularly in the company of complainers, critics, or energy drainers, it physically affects you. Your stress levels rise, your body tenses, and slowly you begin to carry that negativity in your posture, your face, and even your health. Look at someone who seems far older than they should. Tired eyes, furrowed brows, a worn-out demeanor. That's emotional erosion, not just aging. Now compare them to people who look effortlessly young regardless of age. There's a lightness in their presence, a radiance in their smile, a vitality in their movements. What's their secret? They choose their company wisely. They spend time with people who lift them up, who make them laugh, who inspire rather than criticize. Science agrees. Studies have shown that positive social interactions lower stress hormones and even slow aging at the cellular level. Laughter, heartfelt conversations, and emotional connection don't just boost your mood, they literally help your body stay young. So next time you see someone who seems to glow with youthful energy, know it's not just about skincare or clean eating. It's about environment. They've surrounded themselves with life-giving people. Now ask yourself, are the people in your circle adding to your energy or draining it? If it's the latter, take a lesson from Napoleon Hill. You become the average of those you associate with. Choose wisely, and you won't just feel younger, you'll look it too. This might be influencing you in ways you haven't even noticed. But here's the good news. You have the power to shift it. Choose a mindset of positivity, and your body will reward you. Because at the end of the day, youth isn't merely about appearance. It's about the energy you radiate. And that energy is shaped by the people you welcome into your life. So if others have told you that you seem younger than your actual age, it may not be luck. It might be proof that you've surrounded yourself with the kind of energy that keeps you truly vibrant. 6. You live with passion and purpose. Have you ever seen someone who looks like they're weary of life? Their face is blank, their posture slouched, and their whole presence feels drained, as if they're simply existing, counting the days instead of living them. Now, think of someone who radiates vitality, someone who speaks with fire in their voice, whose eyes glow when they talk about their dreams, whose energy feels electric. The difference? Passion, purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. People without passion often appear older than they are. When life feels meaningless and the future offers no excitement, it shows. Emotional stagnation affects the human body just like physical inactivity does. When you lose connection with your purpose, your mind dulls, your spirit fades, and your body soon follows. The result? A face that appears tired, aged, and uninspired. But then there are those who exude youthful energy at any age. They don't wake up dreading the day ahead. They wake up motivated, eager to build, create, and experience. Their inner drive fuels them. When you're actively chasing something that inspires you, whether it's your work, a hobby, or a personal mission, your brain generates more dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals behind happiness and youthful energy. These chemicals keep your skin radiant, your body lively, and your spirit sharp. If you've been told you look younger than your years, it might not just be genetics. It may be because you have something that ignites your soul, something that keeps you excited about life. So ask yourself, are you just going through the motions, or are you truly alive? Because if you're stuck in routine, uninspired, and stagnant, it's not only your mind that suffers, your body reflects it too. But if you have passion, if you're chasing a dream that lights up your spirit, you'll carry an energy that time cannot touch. Because in the end, youth is not defined by the number of birthdays you've had. It's defined by how alive you feel inside. And those who live with purpose, they never really grow old. 7. You let go of the past. Have you ever seen someone who wears the weight of their past on their face? Their eyes seem distant, their expression heavy, as though they are haunted by memories they can't release. The truth is, holding on to regret, bitterness, or guilt doesn't just affect your mind. It transforms you physically. It burdens the body, raises stress levels, and over time accelerates aging. The past is a heavy load. Every lingering conflict, every painful moment, every mistake you replay, each one quietly drains your health, both mental and physical. Stress hormones like cortisol increase when we dwell on what we can't change. Those who cling to resentment often begin to look hardened and worn down, as though life has taken more than it should. And in many ways, it has. But then there are others who appear effortlessly youthful, full of light and ease no matter their age. What's their secret? They don't let their past define them. They've found peace with what's behind them. They understand that holding on to pain doesn't hurt the ones who caused it, it only hurts them. Rather than feeding regret, they focus on growth. Rather than living in mistakes, they choose healing, freedom, and peace. And science supports this. Studies reveal that those who practice forgiveness and mindfulness have reduced stress, stronger immune systems, and even longer lifespans. When you release bitterness and guilt, your body follows. It begins to repair, to relax, to radiate a more youthful glow. If people have told you that you look younger than your age, it might not be just DNA. It could be because you've chosen to release what no longer serves you. You've embraced the present. You've decided to move forward instead of looking back. And that shift in mindset, it keeps you young, inside and out. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? Is it anger, guilt, resentment? Whatever it is, it's not just hurting your heart, it's aging your body too. But the moment you decide to release it, to stop dragging around what's already done, you'll feel something profound. Lighter, freer, younger. Because in the end, the past is a weight, and those who lay it down, they carry a light that time can't dim. So if you've ever wondered why some people look so young for their age, now you know. It's not just about genes. It's about mindset. It's about lifestyle. It's about energy. And if you don't look younger just yet, maybe now is the time to embrace these powerful habits, ones that thinkers like Napoleon Hill believed could transform lives. If this video gave you something to think about, hit that like button and subscribe for more content, uncovering the deeper truths of life and psychology. Share this with someone who always gets mistaken for being younger. They might find it just as eye-opening. And now, tell me in the comments, what's the wildest age guess someone's made about you? I'd love to hear your story. Stay young, stay powerful, and I'll see you in the next video.